Okay, the next step is when you put your sand down, see the seams, you want that sand. It's a certain type of sand for your deck, and you want them seams to be filled. You see how we sweeping that sand around, and we're gonna come over this once or twice. You see how that sand is filling those seams, and once it's wet, it acts like a sealer to seal those bricks and to keep that feel where can't nothing get down in there, nothing grow. And you got to do your whole deck with that now. Because I haven't done it, usually I just take one can of sand and it has extra. It's gonna take a lot because we cleaned the seams pretty much out this year. All right, that's pretty much it. Step one of them, close to one of the final steps is to fill this with sand and then seal it with some water, and then we'll come back over and clean the surface again to make sure the bricks don't have sand drying up on it because it gets pretty hard. All right. Okay, so now you see the difference, how the sand is filling the seams compared to when we clean the seams out. Look down here where we haven't put the sand yet, and look up here and we haven't yet wetted. So once we get that sand even and wet it a couple times to get it even, it's gonna look real nice. And that's before we even put the sealing on to give it that wet look. See, you can see the difference in the two. So if you got a bunch of seams and you can see down in the cracks, and you need to sand it. In some cases you will see grass is starting to grow between your bricks. That's because you haven't properly cleaned that deck or that patio yearly or semi-yearly. But really you need to re-sand every year. You need to clean it out good every 2 or 3 years. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much the top layer. You can see the window sill is still wet, so that permasand is drying. And then you want to make sure those bricks are clean, because if that permasand dry on it, it's going to have buildup. So I had some pretty bad buildup from last time because I didn't get that permasand off the bricks, and when it dry up, it's like cement. So you got to make sure you clean those bricks. See, so you want to hit every seam. Now you can see the difference in the top steps. See, this is before permaseal. All this before. But you see how once you seal it, even the color is a little different because it gives you that look. And that's the bottom. Now you'll see in our last step, once we put down the permaseal and let it dry and wax it, then you'll see how the deck pop. See? So we pretty much got that loud. You're gonna have regular sunburn on your bricks, but you will see if you got a wax build up, it's just like when you used to wax tile floors, you would get that white look over your brick, kind of like that sun is over there. That's the color my deck was looking, because it had a coat of wax on it, like 3 or 4 years of buildup, and that's not good for your bricks, and it's not good for coloration. So once I do that and put a little wet, like one coat of that wet look on it, it's gonna bring those bricks out, and it'll really look good. You can have somebody professionally do it, or you can do it yourself, depending on you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just showing you what I do, and it's not really. It don't take a long time. It's a pretty simple process. Once you learn what you're doing, it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy, and it saves you a lot of money. All right, that's it. Peace. That's my take on it. I'm Dan Land Pro. Peace.